everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we are going to be playing with the Hershey collection again. The milk, or I'm sorry, not the milk chocolate, the cookies and cream one. And I wanted to get a second impression of it, even though that particular collection, I know how I feel about it. But I did want to try some other colors and see how they worked. And my thoughts are still the same. I love the highlighter for this collection. I think it is beautiful. You can really make it look like a glow, a natural glow, or you can make it beaming depending on how much you apply, what brush you use, that sort of stuff. This eyeshadow look, this is the one we're going to do today. I feel like no matter how you go with this palette, you're going to come out with a pretty dark look as far as whatever selection you use for your lid, unless, I mean, there's only like one shade really that's truly a lighter shade. Most of them are dark, which isn't a problem because I actually think I like it. Shocker, I know. So for the waterline, let's start with it. I'm using the ColourPop BFF in Big Splash. It's not the blue I wanted, but it's the blue we're using. Now, I also really love the lip part of this collection also. The lip liner, the lipstick, and the lip gloss. I like the formulas. I like the colors. I like it all, to be honest. And I've actually been reaching for that a good bit, to be honest, because I like that combo a good bit, which is kind of shocking to me, but I'm going with it. And I won't lie, I am really excited to get back into this palette again. I was truly, wanting to do that. So again, these are numbered, so I'm just going to go into the numbers, and I might point to them. I may forget. It just depends. Of course, we're going to go in with this shade right here, number 2. And I started thinking, I really think it is this shade that is making such a big difference to me. Having this brown go with these blues is kind of like a comfort thing, because when I go straight in with a blue, it's scary to me. I don't know why that is, but to have this brown contour color first, I'm just living for that. I don't know why, but I am. And I am so happy that it's in this palette, because that means I will grab for this palette a lot. And like I said in the beginning, or when I first reviewed this is going to sit out. This will sit with my Chucky collection. So that's kind of cool in itself. I hope that I've got a fan blowing because it's hot. So hot in this room. So I hope it's not you're picking it up or anything. I really do. But if I don't, we're not going to get very far before it just starts pouring off my face from sweat. The next shade we're going to go into is I am trying to go into different shades too with this look. So we're going to go into number 7, which is this like gray blue shade right here. It's different. And I find these blues are different. I don't know exactly how to explain how different they are, but they really are different in their shade selection. It's more of a cool toned, dark, grungy look, to be honest. And again, that could be why I do like this palette so much, because I am into those tones right now. Not necessarily blue tones like that, but those tones nonetheless, cool tones. But I will go back to saying I do think that brown plays the major part in me doing these blue looks and feeling comfortable wearing them. And I like that because my fiance really likes the blue look, so I think it's because blue is his favorite color. Not necessarily because they look good on me though, but I do think, they look fine on me though, don't get me wrong, but it's not my color to be exact. But every now and then I like to do a look for him, as much as I like to just do looks that I like. I even do looks for the kids, so whether they pick their favorite color or whatnot. And of course blue is also my daughter's favorite color, so my youngest daughter's favorite color. But yeah, I mean, there's just something about the tones of this palette that is truly working. And they're not patchy colors. Like, they blended and they build nicely so far. And I'm about to see in a minute. But we're going to take that same shade right there and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. And what I think I was also going to do is I'm going to pull another blue palette I may have. And because I'm curious on, is it just the brown itself that's making the difference, or is it the colors themselves that are making the difference of blue? To see if I just pull like my bronzer in, if I will like the palette more, you know? Because I don't necessarily want to pull like two palettes. Like, that's not really what I like to do. I like to work out of one palette if I can, but I am curious on whether I'll like another blue palette if I put a brown with it. We're now going to go into number 4, which is this dark, it's like a, I don't know how to explain this color. It is like a black brown almost, and it is very pigmented. I would describe this as a black brown, personally. But what I was concerned with is this patchy? Because I kind of felt like it was on this side, but it could just be me, not necessarily the color. So I'm really trying to pay attention to it on this side so I can see. And I am going in very lightly. And I've been using my Sigma brushes the last couple of days to see how I feel about them. And I don't mind them. They're not bad brushes. We all have our preference on like the shape and the size and all that. And these particular brushes I've been using have been really nice. So I don't think it looks patchy. I think it blended well. Yeah, I think it did okay. And I think each color blends into the next very nicely, to be honest. Of course, trying to make both eyes the same, that's impossible, to be honest with you. I've pretty much given up on that hope of ever happening. But hey, maybe one day. This brush here is the only one that's given me problems. It's the E25, and I think I might have like damaged the bristles somehow. I'm trying to see if I got another one in my collection somewhere, and if I do, I'm going to switch them out and see if it does any better. I mean, this one's working fine. It's not that. It's just there's something. Just the way it's shaped, it's different for me. Okay. Then I decided to go in with number 8. And I'll be honest, when I looked at this shade, let me show it to you. When you look at this shade, like right here, it looks fairly light, in my opinion. To me, this one here looks really dark, and the rest look pretty light. It's not the case, though. This actually went on way darker than what I thought it would. And we're just going to tap it on the lid. And it's fine, you know, that it went on darker because I, you know, made it lighter. But, you know, just looking at it, I really thought it'd be a lighter shade than what it turned out to be. And I'm not even hating that. Like, I don't think that looks bad by no means. It just wasn't necessarily what I was going with. And be careful applying again. Spray them, do something. You don't want to manipulate them too much or you'll get fallout. Unless you spray or use your finger or something. I will say that I've gotten a little bit, not much at all, and what I have received in fallout, I was able to brush away, which is nice because of the way I do my makeup. I don't spray. That way you all can see the performance as is. So far, so good. I really don't have any complaints. And this palette is an all-in-one, so that's nice for me too. So then I decided to go in this time with the number 1 shade, which is this one right here. And I just popped it on my inner corner. Oh, Lord, I thought I got eyeshadow everywhere on my pants. It's just that number card sitting there. I was like, oh no. There must have been a lot of kick up. Again, you do want to be careful with this shade. They're all kind of glittery and fallouty, so if that's even a word, fallouty. But they are gorgeous colors and shades, and the shine they offer is amazing. Just absolutely beautiful. So if you can see the difference in the two eyes, this one's much darker and this one's much lighter. So I was like, it's just a little bit too dark for me. So I decided to go into number 5, which I actually used in the first look also. This one right here. And all I did was pick it up with my finger. Like that, just a little bit. And tapped it right in the middle of my lid. Just to lighten that up a little bit. Because I just like a lighter look. It's just who I am. The darker, just, I don't know. It makes me feel mad, evil, mean. I don't know. Just not good. And there's nothing wrong if that's your look, by no means. It's just the way it makes me feel. If it makes you feel happy and all that, then go right ahead and do it. I'm all for you doing it. And I just don't think I look good in the darker looks either. And you may look phenomenal in them. So you do you. And then for the lashes, for the top lashes, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara for the top lashes. So do we all think Marc Jacobs is coming back or not? Do you think it was just all like baloney and teasing us? Like, I would love it if they did, but I just don't think they are, to be honest. I thought about using the blue mascara from Pat McGrath for this look too, but I decided to keep it kind of like a everyday look, I suppose, for a night out on a date instead of like going to a party. But I do think it would have been pretty with the blue, at least on the bottom lash lines. Man, that fan is really blowing. I love this fan, y'all. Oh my goodness. It really does cool down this room. And but it really does blow hard, and it's drying out the mascara quick. So, but the sun rises on this side, sets on this side, so it gets a lot of heat in this room. A lot of heat. For the bottom lashes, I'm going to use the Lancome. And then we're done. There we are. So what do we think? Yes? No? I give it props, y'all. Like, if you're looking for a bluer palette, I mean, again, you can do neutral. You can just use this top row and be just fine and get a neutral look. You really could. But I just want to keep playing. And that says so much to me. Because I just don't like blue. And I like this palette. So it's like mind-boggling to me on why I like it. And it makes me want to try the blue one. So as far as the cookies and cream collection, it's amazing. That whole part is, to be honest. I absolutely adore it. They did phenomenal on it. They really did. And I'm so glad. But alright, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. If it did, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell. Hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day except for Sunday, unless there's a new launch, of course. And I believe that's all I got. Just cleaning up the little mascara messes I made. I think that's it. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.